me where are you? What armor is this one? Let's see. Ildari. Let's see if we can find Ildari. Nope, you don't have. And it was Drukari. Something. Nope. Okay, what do we have? Increase the wearer's movement point by 3. What about Udira or Abelard? What do you have? Okay, forget about this. Just whenever the wearer kills 2 or more enemies with a single attack, the attack does not spend all the wearer MP. This is a smaller chance. You get this. Is guaranteed to be 3. Okay. This item reduces wounds by -10%, yet increases crit chance by 12. Each heroic attack. What is this? Let's see, by from newest to oldest. Okay. Pirate eye patch. The eye patch grants his wearer a 20 bonus on coercion. Don't care about that. Stimulant injector. No, it's okay. And let's where it was. Let's talk with him. Because the governor.
Challenge for me?
The governor said he has something to say about. Thanks.
The stooped man wearing a cloak of the Adeptus Administratum is reviewing information on a data slate, while his quietly whirring mechanical arms fill a long scroll with writing. Upon noticing you, the man stretches his thin lips into a smile and deferentially bows. The light in the eyes of the servo skull hovering over his right shoulder gently pulsate.
Your Lordship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself, Attilius Quint, Prefectus of the Officio Agriculti. I will preserve the record of our conversation forever.
Dogmatic. I uncovered the servant who betrayed the governor. Here's the play. No, I said, I promised I won't say it because I don't like the governor already. Something is not right. What record of our conversation?
Your Lordship, I painstakingly record every conversation with high-ranking personages, and afterward I fill out all 7 accompanying forms personally.
Attilius rolls up his completed scroll in a practiced gesture, stows it away, and pulls out a new one.
Your words and judgments are in good hands.
Attilius's mechanical fingers fly over the scroll as he fills in another line.
And of course, what great fortune it is to see, for the very first time in all my years of service, an emissary of the novice nobilite here on Janus. I humbly welcome the esteemed
Cassia Tessifia Avriella, Lady Navigator of House Arcelio.
Everything from her condescending gaze and confident bearing to her calm, but commanding voice marks Cassia as the heiress of a great bloodline. Awestruck, the secretary writes down each letter of her name with particular fastidiousness.
Laudable foresight.
I thank you. Moments such as the appearance of a rogue trader must be preserved for posterity.
What do you think of Vigilant Vyatt?
The governor is a superb leader. She possesses an excellent grasp of all matters and never uses an incorrect form for a given situation. I do not pry into her personal affairs, but if I may speak plainly, a lady who fills out paperwork with such finesse cannot be a bad person, in my view.
What do you have to say about the governor's helper, Iliad?
Attilius looks askance at Iliad and offers a strained smile.
A highly exceptional individual. After today's regretful event, I am beginning to hold her talents in particular esteem. Verily, even mutants who have seen the light of the God Emperor can faithfully serve his flock. Moreover, Iliad's particular abilities could be an interesting subject of study for the Muggos biologists. That elongated head shape, those eyes, judging by the skull that was given to me to send on to footfall, such developmental anomalies on Janus are not a quirk of nature, but some kind of inheritable trait.
Iliad freezes completely, turning into a living statue.
What did you say?
Oh, madam, have my words upset you? I'm certain your kinsman would be delighted to learn that people wish to make pretty praesapapier out of his remains. And besides, I could be wrong about the nature of his origins.
What skull are you talking about? Or why do you have to send a skull to someone on footfall? Yeah, why do you have to send a skull?
It was part of a commission for a jeweler, your lordship. One of the ladies of the court sent this trinket along with precise instructions for the artisan, who was to encrust it with precious stones. One moment.
After rummaging in a nearby container, Attilius draws out a parcel, which he immediately unwraps.
Here it is. I believe the finished piece was intended to be given as a gift to the governor, but under the current circumstances, I doubt I will be able to send it to Footfall anytime soon.
Elliot stares at the skull in silence. You can see her jaw working under her delicate skin. After a few seconds, she abruptly turns away.
Smash the skull. Or, a curiosity like this would look very nice on my desk. Remove it from my sight. Or smash. Yeah, it's a skull like that.
Ah. My deepest apologies, your lordship. I did not mean to offend you.
Attilius bows low, trembling from head to toe. Elliot grits her teeth and burns you with a look of utter disdain.
What are your duties here?
By the grace of the God Emperor, I oversee the administrative apparatus on the planet and serve as secretary. I am also responsible for the logistics related to supplying the planets of the von Valancius dynasty and the timely payment of tithes to the Imperium's official collectors.
Speaking of von Valancius dynasty, when were the last shipments sent?
Oh, your lordship, our supply shipments are all in order. All foodstuffs and other items are ready for export and are simply awaiting the arrival of the transport ships. However, given the current circumstances on the planet, Janus could not provide even one tranche more than what is already prepared. I am certain the situation will be rectified in the near future.
When did the collector ships last come to Janus?
Oh, your lordship, I must confess that as yet I have not had the pleasure of filling out a sacred tithe protocol form, as the last imperial ships to come here did so under my predecessor. Come to think of it, that would have been several decades ago. I do hope the logisticians responsible for such an unforgivable oversight lose their heads over this.
Alright, that's enough.
As you wish, your lordship.
Tell me about Janus. What is happening on the planet?
Alas, your lordship, rebellions have caused us too many problems in recent times. The rebels are interfering with established processes, interrupting supplies, sabotaging the serfs' work. A few nobles have even been killed, and worst of all, some of the victims occupied important administrative posts. Until their replacements pass their checks, complete all their induction forms, and go through the official appointment procedure, important paperwork is going unsigned. It's a bureaucratic catastrophe. If things continue in this vein, I dare not even imagine what it could lead to. There are worlds that are ravaged by war for generations, your lordship. Like that deranged planet by the nameless star, so close to our own peaceful system. The inhabitants there supposedly live under the patronage of rogue trader Winterscale. I shudder to think what he has created there.
I want to know details. Where have the rebels struck and how?
Of course, I would be delighted to furnish you with all the information I have. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks and 7 terrorist attacks have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged in agrarian sectors 3 to 5, transport routes 27, 413, and also. I suppose this will not tell you much. Please.
With a fussy gesture, he presses several buttons on his data slate screen, and a three-dimensional map with coordinates of the attacks appears on your cogitator. The data is superbly collated, and the map clearly displays the actions of the rebels. At first glance, there seems to be no logic to their campaign, but after analyzing the data and the features of the terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern to their attacks.
Who is directing the rebels? Does anyone know?
The rebels are well armed and well trained. What's more, the governor's advisors are inclined to think that the instigators of the rebellions are very familiar with the planet's terrain and climate. My ordinates are going through registration records day and night, looking for individuals who have completed military training, but we have so far been unable to identify the scoundrel.
What are you doing to combat the rebels?
Our security services are tracking those who support the rebels, and our regular wardens are wiping out these saboteurs without the slightest mercy, but they keep on appearing. My scribes have been run off their feet, keeping records of all the public hearings and executions, but I am confident that the governor will find a solution soon.
Alright, that's enough for now.
Of course, your lordship.
What do you know about the attack on the estate?
A disgraceful incident, simply disgraceful. I cannot believe these scoundrels would dare to come so close, and to drag the nobility into this as well. If they penetrated the estate, that means they had help from some worthless servant or other. Security is currently questioning the survivors, but the culprit has not been found. Yet.
Attilius Quint smiles unpleasantly.
Okay, I must take my leave.
I look forward to meeting you again, your lordship.
Okay. Okay, let's see what we have. And now, okay, we haven't been here. Come here. Who found something? Someone found something. Abelard, where are you? You found something. You are here and you here. You can barely see it. Janus Noble, Servitor. Let's see, what are they building?
The chapel is built out of luxurious materials, but the holy place looks half abandoned. You cannot smell any burnt incense in the air. You see no seals of cleansing on the doors, and you hear no prayers, no human voices or vox recordings.
Okay. I have to leave, but before we leave, I want to talk with the governor about the secret rooms. Where are you? Here is the entrance. Come. Governor, we have some talking to do. I wonder if I can bring this topic. Because every bone in my body says don't trust her. Where is she? I cannot go in.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The door guard bows obsequiously.
Lord von Valancius, we are most delighted to welcome you as our guest. Would your lordship prefer to speak to the governor alone or with your entourage?
My entourage.
Greetings, your lordship. How may I be of assistance?
You neglected to mention the strange changes in the planet's flora and fauna.
Magos Vinzelex is a very wise man, but his fixation on evolutionary processes seems a little extreme to me. Janus was heavily cultivated. Forests were cleared and mountains raised across half of the planet. It is no surprise that we are still noticing the consequences of those changes. It's possible that the plant mutations are connected to waste runoff from the harvesting equipment, and the changes in wildlife behavior could be a reaction to the expansion of the cultivated area.
Vestinza shakes her head with a laugh.
Are you surprised by my knowledge of the topic? Our whole dynasty has dedicated itself to taming Janus, this plentiful yet stubborn planet. Every member of the Vyatt bloodline is versed in the fundamentals of planetary engineering and its consequences.
You are forcing settlements to pay their tithes in human bodies.
What? Really, Rel, you speak as if you actually believe the claims of those wretched peasants. I do not ask anyone to pay the tithes in human bodies. I am reducing the burden on the settlements, which have suffered as a result of unsuccessful experiments involving enriched food, and I'm gathering the worst affected subjects, those who are no longer capable of work, for further study. Some among my circle would call such concern for the underclass a weakness which may have incited rebellion among the emboldened rabble.
That's not good. What are you doing?
Kasha nods in understanding.
Theobald and Felek tried to limit the effect my powers had on the lowborn servants of Urak V. The station's laboratoriums ran experiments on those who had the misfortune of losing their minds because of my gift. These tests increased our servants' lifespan, and then they joined Felek's side.
Okay, I must take my leave. There is a room here. Was able to see it a little bit, I think, a part of it. Where it was. You see, there is a room here. Let's see. Can any of you see this room? Okay, let's go out. Where are you, the exit? Okay, here you are. She did not admit but I still don't trust her. Okay, let's take the ship. Let's see, first of all, so wall shapers. The ugly world, okay, gather more information about the rebels. The coordinates of the attacks indicate a definitive vector of movement for the rebels, making it possible to narrow the search area. Find these to track down the rebel leaders. The governor has suggested starting new search for the rebels. Okay, Janus Tericos Epsilon. Okay, let's go for the rebels. Let's have a talk with the rebels.
Elentak,
Early gestures for your attention.
as you once sought my help, now I am seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I have hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local ruler, and I also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way on the condition that you bring me to them.
Why did you not say anything?
No other path was open to me, but now our paths are aligned. And my decision was motivated not by caprice, but by reason, which compels me now to be honest with the person who can fix all of this. Everything you have discovered, everything you have learned from your kind, they are all traces of the same calamity. A calamity that will eclipse all the strife and wars on the face of this world. All the signs were plain to see, but I was here and the Monkey failed to recognize the coming storm. Please, follow me. Rel, you must, if this world truly matters to you.
What calamity are you talking about? You're still holding back information.
I will reveal the truth very soon, but not here, not in the place where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, Elentak, and trust me.
If one of the Imperium's walls is in danger, so be it. I will follow you. Excellent. I was beginning to get bored without living targets to shoot at. I believe you. Lead on. I don't believe you are luring me in a trap. Warden Caesar. Okay, I believe you. Lead on.
Thank you, Elentak. You truly must have been brought here by Providence, for no, it was your will alone that brought you here, which has become a blessing for the Lilithan. Let's go, Elentak. I pray to the gods that we are not too late.
Make use of cover to minimize damage to your characters. If the projectile hits cover, the target behind this cover won't suffer any damage. Attacks with over-penetration may still hit through the cover. Okay. Track down the rebels, and everybody got leveled up. So, what do you have? We already have this. But it will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character's level. Yes, anything it's useful. This one. Let's see, anything special, or it's pretty much the same. Auto-medicate? Oh my. If the Cybermastiff suffers bleeding, burning, or toxin at the start of the Overseer turn, the level of the effect is reduced by -4. Automatic protection. The protected ally ignores attacks of opportunity. Autonomous medicate. The familiar maximum wounds are increased. The familiar's maximum wounds. I thought it's mine. Battle mode terror. Whenever the Cybermastiff hits the branded enemy or an enemy adjacent to the protected ally, it gains +1 to its combat characteristics. Brothers in each ally within 3 cells. Okay. But this is interesting. This is also interesting. Yep, this is also interesting. Chain maw. This one is not. Each subsequent hit scored by the cyber against the apprehended enemy deals 0. Familiar strength bonus. Because it's not yet. Okay, this is also interesting. Cohesion. The familiar gains 50% damage against their overseer attack. Oh my god, there's so many about it. This one also, the familiar key characteristics are increased by 5. At the start of the Overseer's turn, the familiar gains 4 temporarily. Oh my. Perimeter defense. If protect, it's used on the Overseer, the Cyber Mastiff is doubled. MP is doubled when moving to them. So it can run. Literally run to protect me. Rites of Calibration. Okay, the first use of the Overseer's ability in combat cost 1 AP less. Oh my. Side by side. While the Overseer and the Familiar are adjacent to each other, both of them re-roll failed dodge attempts. This is also so powerful. Okay, armored hide. Attacks against the Familiar have their crit chance reduced ammunition bags. Allies in a 2-cell radius around the Cyber Mastiff have their reload cost reduced by -1. Nope. Okay. Options, options, options. So let's start with this one. It will not die because my health will go up. And you have 30. Okay, and you have 55. How much you have, by the way? You have 38. Ooh, you're a glass cannon. You're really fragile. We need to work on that. We totally need to work on that. Okay, withdraw. Whenever the bounty hunter is attacked in melee range for the first time since the end, no. Gruesome kill. Whenever prey is killed, all enemies in a 10-cell radius around the prey have their agility reduced by -5. Heightened concentration. Whenever the bounty hunter scores a crit hit, they gain 6% armor penetration until the end of the combat. Hunting surge. Whenever the enemy is killed by a crit hit, pierce the armor. Whenever so we need to work on your oh, you have already the nimble. Okay. They're all whenever an ally kills prey, the bounty hunter gains half of the bonuses granted by hunter. Withdraw. Let's see this. Claim and maim. Critical chain. Cut to chase. Expert finesse. Whenever the bounty hunter kills an enemy with difficulty tier is 4 or higher. Guidance. Hunter's ambush. When the bounty hunter performs a single shot attack on an immobilized or stunned target. It's like a small probability. Inspiring trophies. Pounce. The bounty hunter allies gain 9 crit. Retaliate. Whenever prey deals damage to the bounty hunter allies, the bounty hunters gain. Okay, savor the kill. Whatever prey that is not being trailed is killed by an ally, the bounty hunter gains an extra turn with half their MP. Or we got them. At the start of the bounty hunter's turn, they got for each ally who's adjacent. I don't want allies to be close to. Okay, common feature. Drukhari improvements. This is not bad. I don't have Drukhari, but I might. You know what? We're gonna get this. We totally get this. Yeah, or defense. Okay, you need this because we need it will not die. Increase wounds by half of the character's level because you barely have any. You see, now you have 48, so that's not bad. Okay. All right. You. What do you have? What favorites you have? Let's see what you can do with the birdie, because you have a bird. The Overseer ability deal minus 60% less damage to the Cyber Eagle. Emergency protocol. When the Cyber Eagle suffers little damage for the first time in combat, it remains in combat, immediately soars. This is not bad. This one, autonomous medikit. This is also bloody mark. Whenever the Cyber Eagle successfully attacks the obstructed enemy, the enemy suffers 9 levels of bleeding. Ooh, this is good. Enhanced augmented. The familiar key characteristics are increased by 5. This is also good. At the start of the Overseer turn, yeah, okay. Gets 6 temp wounds. Promise of death. Whenever the obstructed effect is removed from an enemy, the enemy suffers the promised death effect until the end of the combat. The first use of Overseer ability in combat costs 1 AP less. Yep. Sharpened talons. The Cyber Eagle attacks deal 5 more. Oh, this is good. Side by side. No, suppression, swift shadow. When the Cyber Eagle stops soaring, it gains 5 deflection for 1 round. Right before the Cyber Eagle begins soaring, adjacent enemy must pass an agility resistance with minus 25 penalty or become staggered for 1 round. Wind currents. Whenever the Cyber Eagle starts soaring, it gains plus 3 to its 3 characteristics, attacks and last until end of combat. Ooh. These are, many of them are so powerful. Oh no, I don't use shield. You don't have shields. You're so. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer plus any source of warp damage. The bonus damage stacks for each hit inflicted by this effect stacks up to 5 times. Yes. 10% additional damage for any source of warp damage. Undam the sea soul while under the effect of any navigator power. Okay. Solid projectile weapon expert. Solid projectile weapon attacks gain plus 2 minimum damage. You are a sharpshooter and yours is a solid. So okay. Let's see. Do you have the health? It will not die. You already have it. Okay, let's do this. So you gain 2 minimum in. Okay, solid projectile weapon expert. We go with this. Or which one was that? Look, the Cyber Eagle attacks deal 5 more damage. Oh yeah, we do this. Especially the soaring one. That one is so powerful. Abelard, my friend, what do you have? While the Vanguard has at least 1 temporary wounds, they gain 11% parry and armor. This is not bad. Formidable destruction. All enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard suffers a minus 8 penalty. Unite beacon. Each stack of yielding. Okay, resilient beacon. Critical hits deal 27% less damage to the Vanguard. Selfless resilient. Allies affected by any of Vanguard. Taunting defense. The Vanguard gains 17% parry against enemies that consider Vanguard a priority. Opportunity. Whenever the Vanguard hits an enemy with an attack of opportunity, the enemy must pass. What do you have? Let's see very quickly. Scan quickly, but I think I know what I'm gonna do. Dual weapon combat. The characters can attack with the second weapon in their current weapon set in addition to the usual 1 attack per round. The character can attack with the second weapon in their current weapon set, in addition to the usual one attack per round. This attack suffers a minus 20 penalties to weapon skills and ballistic and costs 1 AP more. No, I don't, because I have my combination of my ritual, which does not involve another hit. Whenever the wielder successfully blocks an attack, they immediately use shield bash against the attacker. Yes, we want this, because he blocks quite often. Power armor proficiency allows the wearing of a power armor. No, we're gonna use this one. Enduring shield. Yep. No, Adeptus. Yeah, you're neither of them. Okay, so whenever you block, you can use the shield bash against the attacker. So it's almost like a spawns back right away. Okay. Kibella. Okay, you already have this. Okay, you have... Okay, your favorites. Let's see. Professional command. Every turn, the first use of assassin ability costs 0. Oh, this is so nice. Perfect opening. The assassin gains so much lethality when hitting an opening. Each use of aim of the opening or same target uses create an opening. If enemy suffers a critical hit, Bringer of the Doom. Whenever the assassin attacks an enemy with a single target attack, this attack reduces the target armor and dodge by 10% until the end of the assassin's turn. Does not stack. An eye for unscatter. Whenever the assassin attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, the assassin gains 20% dodge and dodge reduction against that enemy until the end of the assassin next turn.